Sonus Faber Duetto has probably been one of our most anticipated products of the year. The Duetto offers a complete, ready-to-use solution right out of the box, boasting both stunning aesthetics and exceptional sound quality. So without further delay, let's delve into the latest from Italy's one and only Sonus Faber. The market for active all-in-one speakers has been steadily expanding, and we're delighted to see Sonus Faber introduce a model that can rival the market-leading KEF LS52 wireless active bookshelf speakers. This speaker category offers a straightforward concept, a fully equipped solution with built-in amplification and smart streaming capabilities, catering to a wide audience. The Duetto supports all major streaming services, featuring comprehensive input options including HDMI for TV connectivity, and can virtually connect to anything. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of all the technical details, let's first appreciate the visual allure of these speakers. Not that Sonus Faber needs much introduction to most audiophiles, but the historic Italian brand name derives from the Latin phrase handcrafted sound, which is generally a perfect description of their products. You can see the Italian craftsmanship and design right away from looking at any Sonus Faber product. So no surprise that the new Duetto is once again a very aesthetically pleasing set of speakers. Much like the Sonus Faber Omnia speaker, which is another all-in-one offering from Sonus Faber, the new Duetto is available in two distinct finishes of the 45-degree wood grain veneer, graphite black and the timeless classic walnut as showcased here. The speakers have a curved cabinet design, which makes it a lot stronger and also helps with the movement of air within the cabinet, which is going to help you with clarity. You've got a luxurious vegan leather top on both speakers and a brand new smart touch system on top of your primary speaker, called Senso, which we'll elaborate later in this video. At the back, we also see a rear-firing bass reflex port. The port on the speaker is surprisingly large for its size. In fact, it's spacious enough that you could probably insert your palm into it, though I wouldn't recommend doing so. This design feature hints at the speaker's ability to produce robust bass, and a glance at the specifications confirms this assumption, as these speakers are rated to deliver sound 3 dB down at 37 Hz, which is impressively low for a stand mount or bookshelf speaker. It's entirely possible that you may not even need to add a subwoofer to your setup, although there is an option to do so if desired. The porting system works in conjunction with a custom-designed heatsink, which is the grille located on the back of the speaker. This ingenious combination not only preserves the speaker's timbre and musicality, but also effectively mitigates internal resonance and safeguards against overheating within the cabinet. Speaking of accessories, this range includes diamond-shaped magnetic grills, and while some prefer to remove them immediately, I personally actually prefer the look of them on. There is also a pair of dedicated Sonus Faber stands available, which will be released later in the year. Normally they would need to be placed on a stand, but the speakers will work just fine on a bookshelf or any other similar deep surface, as you'll be able to fine-tune them through the Sonus Faber app. Despite their classification as bookshelf speakers, it's worth noting that they are larger than most of its kind, standing at 14 inches in height and 8 inches in width, 11 inches in depth. Speaking of connectors, all of them are neatly tucked underneath the primary speaker, meaning you only have to consider cable management on one side. What you can expect from the Duetto is some of the best connectivity options that you could wish to find in an all-in-one speaker. What really pleases our eye is the HDMI eARC port, which is becoming more common with modern hi-fi products, and the Duetto is no exception. Moving from left to right on the back panel, you have the reset button in case anything goes wrong, the grounding knob, the Phono line switch for use with an RCA input, allowing you to select between phono and line levels when connecting an analog source like a turntable, a subwoofer output, the LAN USB input, the incredibly useful HDMI eARC port, and a Toslink optical input. There is also a left-right swap button in case you want to swap the side of the primary speaker. Duetto is also fixed with ultra-wideband technology that enables communication between the two speakers. Being wireless, they're constantly sending data back and forth, resulting in high-resolution performance. The wireless transmission avoids latency and interference in the connection by other home networks. For those wondering how to pair these primary and secondary speakers, it's pretty straightforward. On your primary speaker, there is a pairing button that you have to hold down for 5 seconds when first pairing up the speakers. Then within 30 seconds, hit the pairing button on the secondary speaker and you should see the light on the Senso panel move, meaning that you're paired. The speakers come with a high quality remote, but you'll also be able to operate them with a touchpad built into the vegan leather panel at the top. Sonus Faber calls this panel Senso, and it has been inherited from its Omnia speaker range. The Senso panel enables users to manage and configure speaker functions like volume, input selection, and connection using 3 simple buttons. The volume can be conveniently adjusted using the plus button on the right side or the minus button on the left of the primary speaker. The central control serves multiple functions, serving as an on-off and also allowing you to play, pause the music or switch between inputs with the slide of a finger. The Senso feature automatically assigns distinct color codes to your various inputs so that you can alternate between channels with relative ease. As previously mentioned, the Sonus Faber Duetto is one of the most accommodating range of speakers due to its wireless streaming capabilities. You can access the speaker's settings through a web interface using your web browser or conveniently through the Sonus Faber app. The app is user-friendly and compatible with both Apple and Android devices, so it supports AirPlay 2 for Apple users and Chromecast for Android users. Within the app, you'll be able to use Spotify, Tidal Connect, and Bluetooth connectivity. Additionally, it is worth noting that the speaker is room ready, although certification for this feature is still pending. The app also allows users to customize settings and easily configure listening and connection parameters. All you have to do is scan the QR code on the back of the manual and it will automatically take you to the settings section within the app. Here you can fine-tune your system with a multitude of options. The options include EQ settings, loudness maximizer setting for use of the speaker at low volumes, right-left balance, and room placement adjustment if the speakers are placed close to the wall or away from the wall. Additional options include primary speaker selection side, automatic detection of the subwoofer output, HDMI auto switching, and also settings for the added subwoofer. With the subwoofer setting, you can EQ the cutoff frequency, the gain, and the delay of the subwoofer. So that's the outside of the cabinet. Let's dive into what's actually inside the speakers. The Duetto is a two-way speaker design and is an active system, meaning each speaker has its own DAC and a dedicated amplifier per driver within the cabinet itself. The tweeter is powered by a 100 watt class AB amp and the woofer has a 250 watt class D amp. The size of the Silk Dome tweeter is 1.1 inch and the size of the mid-woofer is 5.25 inch. As Sonus Faber say, the mid-woofer is enclosed in the Sonus Faber organic basket, which prevents resonance and eases airflow production by the driver's long excursion, maintaining clarity and fidelity with more bass and louder volume. As previously mentioned, these speakers are rear ported and inside you've got an aluminium curve-shaped vent system that works in conjunction with a custom designed heatsink. This design supports an incredible range in low frequencies, cancels leakage and reduces rear wave reflections that could compromise listening. In order to provide a concise summary of all technical specifications, we have also assembled a table for your convenience. To summarize, the Sonus Faber Duetto is an incredibly versatile system that excels in its kind. Priced at £3,490 in the UK, it may appear to be an investment, but it offers excellent value for money by combining the classic Sonus Faber legacy with contemporary capabilities. The walnut colour variant is currently available for order, while the graphite finish will be released in November of 2023. If you'd like to experience these speakers in person at our central London store, please don't hesitate to book a demonstration using the link in the description below. If you found this video informative and helpful, we encourage you to hit the like and notification bell to stay updated with the latest additions to the premium sound portfolio, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content of this kind. I'm Johnny and I appreciate your time and attention. Thank you for watching and I look forward to seeing you next time.